Hello guys, I would like to thank you for coming out to a special occasion where these two lovers will commit to each other forever. That was a picture of my family when we were all younger. I was on the bottom left and Steven was above me. He always used to make fun of me for my hair because he said I looked like an Orman child. At least I had hair at that time. That brings me to a story about when Steven convinced me he was a barber. He convinced me that he was the best barber out there. And being me at 4 years old and my brother being a lot smarter 8-year-old, he convinced me that he could cut anyone's hair and it will look perfect. So what did I do? I let him cut my hair. So he goes in the bathroom of my parents, gets the buzzers, and starts cutting away at my hair. I'm sitting there, so excited, can't wait to see. Look in the mirror, I have patches everywhere. But I don't think it's bad. A 4-year-old who just got a haircut from his older brother, I thought it was awesome. So I run around screaming how awesome my hair is until my parents come home and they see it, realizing how horrible it was. Steven gets grounded and I get yelled at for letting him do it. Because what made my parents so mad was it was 3 days before Christmas and we haven't took our Christmas picture yet for the families. So my parents had to fix the problem like they always do. They sit down and they cut all our hair off because I was all patched up, and since Steven did it, his punishment was to get his hair cut off too. So in our family picture, we all have bald heads and smiling. So all my families got that picture of us all bald. Another thing you don't know about Steven is he's very convincing. Well, you guys probably already know that. When I was about 6, maybe 5, Steven was about 3 years older than me. He convinced me that if I touched my belly button, a ghost would come out. And being me, and always being convinced by Steven, he convinced me. I thought if I touched my belly button, a ghost would come out. So I haven't touched my belly button for 2 years after that. And I never forgot about that moment. He told me that if I touched it, the ghost would appear, and it will haunt me forever. So I tried not to touch my belly button until 2 years later, finally touched it and realized nothing happened. I was so mad, I told my mom, and all she could do was laugh. And those are some of the stories when we were younger about Steven. But one of the things that lead up to why Lucy was the girl for Steven is the story about how sensitive Steven is. I remember in high school, I was a freshman and he was a junior. All the girls loved him. I mean, some girls even became my friend just to date Steven. I thought it was kind of cool, actually. I mean, I had a bunch of girls talking to me just to talk to my brother. But he would always come home talk about how he loved this new girl and how they were meant to be. It would always just make me and my parents laugh because we knew it was just going to end in about a month or two. But that's when I realized that Lucy was the girl for Steven, because it was 2 months later and we didn't hear that complaining about how this girl was just crazy like all of the rest. He had a tendency to make girls go crazy. I remember when he was a senior, he had this one girl attack him in the hallway and everyone saw it because apparently he cheated on her or something like that. One of the funniest things I've seen. But then when he met Lucy, everything changed. She wasn't crazy and he didn't fall in love with her in the first 2 days. Well, he probably did, but he kept it together. He came home 2 months later talking about how she was awesome and stuff, but not talking about how they broke up. And then I met Lucy for the first time and I realized she was different from all the rest. She was beautiful, smart being important because most of the girls he dated were not smart. I couldn't be prouder for Steven. He actually found a girl that was good for him. She made him better. As a younger brother, I hope that I could find a girl later in life just like her. But I leave you with this advice. If you have kids, don't tell them that if they touch your belly button, ghosts will come out. Because I tried it, and it doesn't. And I'm positive that it doesn't happen. And I'll also leave you this advice. If you have a boy, name him Brandon, because that's the best name ever. Thank you guys for coming out, and wish Steven luck with Lucy because she's too good for him. Thank you.